Welcome back to Listify. Please help the channel by pressing the like button and subscribe.
North Korea, a secretive and reclusive nation, has captivated the world's attention with its totalitarian regime, reminiscent of the darkest periods in history. It stands alone as a unique and isolated country, making any comparison with other nations virtually impossible. The level of control exerted by its leaders is unparalleled, demanding absolute loyalty from its citizens, often to the point of extreme adulation. The consequences for even the slightest sign of disloyalty are unimaginable. Those suspected of treason or simply attempting to escape are sent to the regime's numerous concentration camps. Within these hellish prisons, the inmates face a gruesome fate: starvation, forced slave labor, medical experiments, torture, and random executions at the whims of the guards. Basic human rights and due process are non-existent in North Korea, where the government exercises complete control over the lives of its people. Hundreds of thousands of individuals currently endure this living nightmare in North Korean concentration camps, and their suffering continues as we watch this very video. It is a chilling reminder that this is not a distant chapter in history, but a horrifying reality taking place today. The desire to escape such a nightmarish existence is understandable, but the path to freedom is treacherous and fraught with danger. North Korea is notorious for its impenetrable borders, heavily fortified with high walls, electric razor wire, landmines, and an extensive network of well-armed soldiers under orders to shoot and kill intruders. The militarized southern border is especially dangerous, making a direct escape to South Korea an almost impossible feat. North Korea's eastern and western borders are covered by ocean, offering different challenges for potential escapees. Acquiring a boat is virtually impossible due to extreme poverty, leaving swimming as the only option. However, swimming across the ocean presents its own risks, including drowning or getting caught by North Korean patrol boats. Despite these formidable obstacles, some brave souls have successfully escaped North Korea. In one extraordinary case, a man drove his car directly up to the military demarcation line at the border, sprinted across while under machine gun fire, and collapsed on the South Korean side before being rescued. For others, the direct approach is too risky, and alternative routes are sought. Escaping through China, Mongolia, or Thailand becomes the more viable option, although it is still fraught with danger. China, being North Korea's ally, will deport defectors back to their home country if caught, while Mongolia may offer some respite and a chance to be deported to South Korea, but crossing the Gobi Desert is perilous. Thailand, though further away, offers a greater chance of successfully seeking asylum in South Korea, but crossing through the jungles of Laos or Myanmar presents significant challenges. While escape from North Korea is possible, even reaching freedom in South Korea does not guarantee a life free from danger. In some heartbreaking cases, defectors have been kidnapped from foreign countries and forcibly returned to North Korea, facing severe punishment and even execution. The complexity and gravity of the situation in North Korea are undeniable. Its history and ongoing conflict are both fascinating and disturbing, but discussing it in detail on certain platforms can be challenging due to censorship concerns. North Korea remains a place of immense suffering and isolation, with its people enduring unimaginable hardships under an oppressive regime. Escaping this nightmarish existence is an arduous and perilous journey, and even reaching freedom does not guarantee safety. Welcome back. North Korea is without a doubt the scariest country to live in. Videos of the secretive country are rare, but sometimes brave people leak videos to the outside world. From a mother and daughter caught on camera trying to escape to child labor, being used at Kim Jong-un's personal ski resort, there are chilling stories that need to be heard. First, let's look at Dong Chul, an arrested American who became prisoner number 429 in North Korea. His real name is Dong Chul, an American businessman born in South Korea. In 2015, Kim went to North Korea to do missionary work, but he was arrested by North Korean police in October of the same year. He was accused of being a spy for the USA, despite a lack of evidence. In March 2016, he was forced to attend a press conference organized by North Korea, where he was coerced into confessing to stealing military secrets and acting as a spy for the USA and South Korea. After this show trial, he was sentenced to 10 years of hard labor and sent to one of North Korea's infamous work camps. Fortunately, in May 2018, Mike Pompeo's intervention led to the release of several American detainees, including Kim Dong Chul, who was eventually returned to the USA. Next, we have a glimpse of North Korea's staged Normalcy. The video shows a traffic controller directing fake traffic in downtown Pyongyang. Despite her attempts, the traffic seems unaffected, and the people just ignore her signals. North Korea, with very few cars, does not require extensive traffic control. We see the heartbreaking sight of a homeless family in Pyongyang. The video captures a malnourished homeless woman and her child living in a tiny shack. They fear being arrested or even killed if caught scavenging during the day. Hunger and poverty are evident in this once affluent area of North Korea. Moving on, we witness the desperation of a mother and daughter attempting to escape North Korea. Caught by North Korean police while crossing a frozen lake into China, their fate seems bleak as they face imprisonment in one of North Korea's notorious work camps. The concept of 3 generations of punishment adds to their fear, as their entire family would be imprisoned. North Korea's use of child labor is exposed in disturbing videos. Children as young as 8 or 9 years old are seen working in harsh conditions. One video shows a child chain gang working on a railway, and another depicts children laboring at Kim Jong-un's elite ski resort. Child labor is rampant in the country, leaving young lives scarred. North Korean soldiers' hatred for the USA is evident in training videos where they fire at U.S. soldiers' cardboard cutouts. The propaganda and brainwashing to instill fear are pervasive. Food smuggling into North Korea reveals the nation's dire food shortage. With North Koreans not allowed to leave the country, food must be brought in covertly to prevent starvation and death. An eerie airport that rarely sees passengers reflects North Korea's isolation from the world. Despite its status as the country's busiest airport, the lack of people and staff is striking. Lastly, we are shown heart-wrenching scenes of malnourished children in orphanages. The lack of medical supplies exacerbates the children's plight, and their suffering is a reflection of the broader food crisis in North Korea. All these videos showcase the harsh reality of life in North Korea, controlled by propaganda and fear. The suffering and deprivation endured by its citizens are deeply troubling, making North Korea one of the most frightening places to live. Episode 3, featuring more videos the North Korean government doesn't want you to see. North Korea has gained a notorious reputation as the most brutal and secretive country on the planet. With its complete isolation and lack of access to the outside internet, the truth about what goes on inside remains largely hidden. However, today, we are going to witness some rare and shocking videos that have been secretly filmed within the oppressive walls of North Korea. These videos include surveillance footage of interrogations and trials conducted by Kim's secret police. Brace yourselves as we delve into the unsettling realities of this repressive regime. First, a look at the realities faced by inmates in prison camps. In North Korea, one person committing a crime leads to an entire family being imprisoned together. A particular scene captures workers loading bags with food onto a truck, while a malnourished child sits by the roadside, hunger etched on their face. Shockingly, the food being loaded onto the truck isn't intended for the prisoners. Instead, it's destined to be taken away to supply the North Korean elites in Pyongyang. Prisoners are subject to harsh conditions and manual labor, digging in frozen soil by hand and carrying heavy objects like rocks and logs. A daring escape attempt by 4 adults and a 2-year-old toddler from North Korea. The toddler, a young girl of just 2 years, was among them. Their plan involved seeking refuge at a Japanese consulate in the hope of setting foot on Japanese soil and finally escaping the torment of North Korea. As we watch the tense footage, 3 of the adults managed to make it through the gates successfully. However, the woman and her child face a different fate as they are apprehended by the police and forcibly taken back into North Korea. The woman and her daughter cry and scream, knowing that their return to North Korea means imprisonment, likely in one of the notorious labor camps. The penalty for attempting to escape North Korea is a lifetime behind bars, a fate that is truly devastating for the woman and even more horrifying for her young child. It's possible that these 2 individuals might not even be alive today, as an expert suggests they face the grim possibility of certain execution. The footage itself is utterly heartbreaking, but when we pause to reflect on what might have befallen this woman and her child, it becomes even more terrifying. Now let's delve into the realm of trials in North Korea, and it becomes evident that their justice system is far from fair. Public trials are still a common practice, and their purpose goes beyond merely prosecuting the accused. These trials serve as a means to publicly shame and instill fear in the population, compelling everyone to conform to the government's demands. Recently, one courageous individual secretly filmed such a public trial, shedding light on the shocking reality. The alleged crime that led to this trial was labeled as an anti-communist act, but the truth behind it is rather astonishing. The so-called criminals were charged with nothing more than watching 4 South Korean movies and sharing them with friends. Yes, it's difficult to believe, but the North Korean government is genuinely apprehensive about their citizens gaining access to external information. They work diligently to keep their people uninformed about the outside world, fearing it might challenge their established brainwashing tactics. The thought of facing a public trial and potentially harsh punishment merely for watching a movie is indeed unnerving. This leaked footage was shared with an activist named Sherry, who managed to escape North Korea and seek asylum elsewhere. She affirms that such trials are not uncommon, and those caught watching foreign movies often end up incarcerated in one of North Korea's prison camps. It serves as a chilling reminder of the control and oppression faced by the people under the secretive regime's rule. So what's life like for those not in prison camps? In this eye-opening interview, a 23-year-old homeless woman shares her struggles. Despite working tirelessly on a farm throughout the day, she is unable to afford a proper place to live. Instead, she is forced to endure the harsh reality of sleeping outside every night exposed to the elements. She reveals that she barely has enough to eat. The interview captures distressing moments when the police harass the already vulnerable farm workers. Some of these citizens bravely argue with the authorities, shedding light on the persistent harassment faced by ordinary North Korean civilians. Despite TikTok being banned for regular citizens, certain government officials have access to the platform. The videos posted on this account appear to showcase snippets of daily life in North Korea, but it's crucial to remember that they are carefully curated to present a positive image while conveniently ignoring the hardships faced by many. The distressing reality of starvation and the existence of prison camps are conveniently brushed aside in this propaganda. Furthermore, some of the videos display individuals who appear visibly fearful, hinting at the possibility of coercion or forced participation in these TikToks. This manipulation of social media platforms to spread propaganda is deeply unsettling and raises concerns about how such misinformation might influence unsuspecting viewers. Now, let's delve into the consequences of breaking one of North Korea's many oppressive rules. I'll show you some leaked footage from a North Korean interrogation room, where a woman attempted to escape to China but was apprehended by North Korean guards. The interrogation is truly disturbing. While I can't display most of it in this video, you can witness the sheer terror this woman experiences. It is evident that prisoners in North Korea have absolutely no rights, and their treatment is nothing short of horrifying. In another interrogation, we see a man with his arms tied behind his back, blindfolded in a small room adorned with portraits of former North Korean leaders. Predictably, the man is utterly terrified as he is yelled at by one North Korean guard. Furthermore, another leaked interrogation showcases a woman being questioned by two guards. This young woman also attempted to escape North Korea to reach China, but was arrested in the process. The guards even went so far as to threaten her life during the interrogation. Humanitarian groups assert that this woman likely faced execution for her actions. It truly makes one ponder how someone can be so cruel and heartless, subjecting fellow human beings to such suffering and brutality. The footage stands as a chilling testament to the grave human rights abuses endured by prisoners in North Korea, a harrowing reality we must not turn a blind eye to. In 2016, a human rights group released leaked footage from North Korea, providing a shocking glimpse into the lives of a child chain gang working on a railway. Many believe these children to be child slaves under the control of Kim Jong-un's regime. The distressing video shows these young children loading heavy rocks onto machinery and repairing railway tracks with hammers, all under the scorching sun, while Kim Jong-un enjoys a life of luxury. The European Alliance of Human Rights labeled this footage as startling and considered it one of the worst instances of child labor abuse perpetuated by the North Korean government. The children in the video, aged between 8 to 9 years old, appear emaciated and clearly suffer from neglect. Their living conditions are undeniably grim, standing in stark contrast to the typical lives of children who should be studying or playing. Tragically, these innocent children are being exploited as slaves while their peers pursue an education and enjoy their childhoods. One activist even claimed that those unable to meet the rigorous demands of their labor might end up in prison, or even worse, subjected to beatings by guards. The footage serves as a somber reminder of the harsh realities endured by countless children in North Korea under the oppressive rule of the regime. Undoubtedly, this footage is exceptionally rare and was leaked to a humanitarian organization. However, it serves as a stark reminder that such atrocities are unfolding every day in North Korea. The reason it often escapes our attention is that these grim realities remain hidden from our view. Nevertheless, I hope this video can serve as a poignant reminder of the unimaginable brutality that persists within North Korea's borders. Now it's your turn to have your say. We value your opinion, so please leave a comment below and let us know which of these videos left the most lasting impact on you. Your feedback is essential to us. Thank you for watching, and if you found this content engaging, don't forget to show your appreciation by leaving a like.